During the summer of 1969, we came to Graceland every weekend for about 6 weeks, and Elvis was home every time, and we would see him riding his golf cart and horses on the grounds, and occasionally we would see Priscilla and Lisa Marie in the golf cart with him. Harold Lloyd, who was Elvis's cousin, was one of the guards, and he had gotten to know us, so every time we would walk up, Harold would open the gates and let us in. Harold had told us that Elvis had been coming down to the gates about 9 o'clock every night and signing autographs and talking to the fans. So we stayed that night until 9 o'clock, and Elvis came down on the golf cart, and as soon as he got off, my friend asked him if I could have my picture made with him, and he said, "Sure, come on up here." So I started trying to walk to him, and I could not walk. Every time I would take a step, one of my knees would fall to the ground. I'd get it up, and the other one would fall. So Elvis came and picked me up, and so my friend was very nervous also and had trouble getting the camera to work. So I got to stand there hugging Elvis for quite a while. And Elvis was the most gorgeous thing I have ever seen, and he was actually better looking in person than in pictures. I know that's very hard to believe, but he was. He was just totally perfect. He did not have a flaw or a blemish, and he was just so gorgeous and so nice and very kind. And after I had my picture made, he turned to walk away, and I remembered that I had a 1969 penny in my hand that I had wanted him to touch so that I could put on my charm bracelet. And so after he turned around, I said, "Elvis," and he looked back and said, "Yes." And I said, "Would you touch this penny for me?" And he said, "Sure." So he took the penny and he rubbed it in his hands real good and kind of chuckled and gave it back to me. And I said, "Oh, thank you so much." He said, "Sure, anytime." And then he went over and stood on a tree stump and told them to open the gates and let all the fans in, which the fans were screaming and trying to climb the gate and the fence. And so when he opened the gate, they just came rushing in. This really impressed me very much because I was only 13. I was very skinny, real little, and I was just about to get to Elvis to get on the stump with him, and two much bigger and much older girls than me got in front of me and was trying to keep me back. And somehow he noticed this. He was busy signing autographs and talking to people, but he noticed, and he reached in between them and got my hand and pulled me up on the stump with him. And that really meant a lot to me, that he would notice something like that.